Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're here with our single chick, Lucky, who just dashed back under the heat plate. We're going to keep filming. There he is. We're going to keep filming and talking as he goes in and out and does his little baby chicken thing. So today what I wanted to talk about is what to do when you have a single chick, because you have two options. So first let's talk about, hi Lucky. First let's talk about how Lucky came to be. So Lucky is my chicken Mira's child. And Mira's eggs look suspiciously like duck eggs, and I wasn't paying enough attention, and one chicken egg made it into the, come on, come out, come here. No? He's like, no. But one chicken made it into the duck egg rotation. I wasn't looking closely enough. You can tell a chicken egg from a duck egg. I know how to tell a chicken egg from a duck egg, but I wasn't paying attention. And basically what happened at that point is ducks take 4 weeks to hatch. Chickens take 3 weeks. So the other night I was getting ready for bed, and the incubator is in my bedroom to keep it away from cats. And I hear cheeping. I'm like, that's not right. That sounds like a chicken, and they're all supposed to be ducks, and they're not supposed to hatch till next week. So I run over and check, and sure enough, there's one of my blue eggs is a chicken egg instead of a duck egg, and it's pipped. So, we kind of rushed around in an emergency and got him moved into the hatcher, got him locked down, increased the humidity, all the right things. Then he hatched. He was the only one. So things like that can happen, but what's more likely to happen is you put a batch of eggs in the incubator and you weren't sure of their fertility. And because you weren't sure of their fertility, come on, buddy, come see us. He doesn't want to. It's fine. I'm not going to make him come out right now. He's getting warm. But if you're not sure of their fertility, you might have only one. Hi, Lucky. You might have only one or two. There he is. There he is. But you might have only one or two chicks hatch. And if you have only a couple of chicks hatch, one could die because it happens. It's tragic, but it happens. And you could be left with one chick. So what do you do? Well, you have two options. And I'm going to talk about the option I recommend, which is not the option we took. But most people should just go get some more chicks. Okay? Because a chick cannot stay by itself. He cannot be alone. He will pine. He will not thrive because he doesn't have any interaction. If you just stick him in your traditional brooder setup that you probably have, he's probably going to die. So my main recommendation for almost everyone is going to be go find him some babies. Make a post on your local Facebook group, see if anybody has chicks. Either give your chick to somebody who has chicks or go buy some chicks, whether you buy them from the feed store or from a local farmer. Just whatever you do, find some chicks. You probably only need 2 or 3, and then you'll have a group of 3 or 4, and he should grow up just fine. And it doesn't matter what breed. You can mix and match the breeds when it comes to baby chick compatibility. They will generally get along just fine. You don't need to find the same breed as your chick. Okay, regular backyard mix will do. So you don't have to spend a lot. And you just need to make sure that he has some friends because he needs social interaction. So the very first thing you should do is try to find some baby chicks. This is what happened to my sister last week. She put some eggs in the incubator. Her eggs aren't as fertile. I mean, she's got 1 rooster for 7 hens, and that's kind of nuts. So he doesn't cover all of them, so only 1 chick hatched. And it's just because she had poor fertility because the gentleman only likes like 2 chickens, 2 of the hens. So she had 1 chick hatch. And she immediately looked for some friends because having a pocket chicken doesn't work. She's a paramedic. She can't take a pocket chicken to work with her. It's not going to happen. That would be interesting, but it's not going to happen. Right, Lucky? Yeah, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to go be a paramedic for a week. It wouldn't be fun. He's right at the edge here. The second option is what we did. You can make him your little buddy. Okay? Now, I recommend you go get some chicks. I recommend you do what my sister did and go get some chicks. Because the thing you have to think about is these guys need companionship all the time. Are you available all the time to give them the companionship they need? And when I say all the time, I mean all the time. Are you at home 24/7, or can you take the little baby with you every time you leave the house? The answer for most people is going to be no. Okay? So this guy, he has this little cage. Hi. He has this little cage. He likes Tristan more than he likes me. He's a sweetie. Or she. Lucky could be a girl. But we have this little cage. We have this set up with, he's got some food to peck at. We put the food directly on the ground. Hi. Yeah, hi. But we put the food directly on the ground because he seems to like it better. And we have a little container of water so that he has access to water. He has some bedding in the bottom that we have to clean. And he has a heat plate for heat. This is one of my favorite brands of heat plate, beat only by the Brinsea. This is a Titan. The Brinsea is a little bit better, but the Titans are cheaper. Sometimes pocketbook wins, right? But so we have him set up in this little cage. He does not spend all his time in this little cage. He's spending some time in here right now because he needs to get a little bit warm because he was hanging out in the living room with everybody. And this is in the dining room where we walk past constantly all day. Hi, Lucky. Yeah, hi. And so we're in and out of here constantly. Someone's always picking him up, carrying him around. He has plenty of interaction. He's got the dogs, and he really likes the dogs. And he has plenty of people. He has plenty of companionship. He is never alone. At night, my older son, Tristan, takes the entire cage downstairs and plugs it in, and he sleeps there beside Tristan's bed because he needs somebody to be there. He can't be alone. A Singleton chick will probably pine themselves to death if they don't have any companionship. So before deciding that this is the right setup for you, it works fine for us because I work from home. I am here all the time. Tristan is here every single night. My other son, Rowan, goes to school. Obviously, he's got to go to school. And my older son, he's out of school now, so hello, jobs. But I'm here all day, okay? Tristan can take over at night. He is never alone. And it's really important that he not be alone. So before deciding this kind of setup is going to work for you, I want you to think carefully about whether or not you can even be home that much. No? Okay. But I want you to think about whether or not you can even be home enough. There, closing that. But think about if you're even home enough. Are you home? Are you able to be with this chick 24 hours a day for however long it takes for him to grow up or for him to have friends? So if I had to do this for 6 weeks and then he would end up a house chicken because he couldn't be outside in the coop by himself, I wouldn't do it. But we have ducks hatching this weekend. We have chickens hatching the weekend after. He will be fine. He will have plenty of friends. We have plenty of chickens outside. He will have plenty of friends. So this is short term. If I had to have him like this for 6 weeks, that's a lot. Also, this cage isn't big enough for a 6-week-old chicken. It's okay for a baby chick. But 6 weeks of constantly carrying him around and constantly making sure that he has companionship and friends and all this good stuff, that's a lot to ask. And then if you don't have any other adult chickens, you might have some trouble because he can't be alone outside, so then you have to get chickens anyway. And even if you have chickens, integrating a single chicken into an established flock is not very easy. So we are going to be able to put him with chicks that are only 2 weeks younger than him. He'll be fine. If you don't have a plan for what happens after you spend a couple weeks with him 24/7, you should just go get some chicks. The vast majority of people should just go get some chicks because this setup's not going to work for everybody. This is working fine for us because we're here all the time. We're literally walking past him hundreds of times. And then he goes down to bed with Tristan. There's always somebody talking to him, always somebody picking him up, always somebody looking at him. He is fantastic and we love him. But if you don't have the kind of time that we have to dedicate, and most people do not, let's be honest, I recognize that I am privileged to be able to work from home all of the time. Most people do not have that same privilege. So if you're not privileged enough to be home or have somebody who is able to babysit him, you really should get 3 or 4 chicks, right? However many you would like to have as adults, get a handful. Get a handful of chicks because they'll be able to keep each other company. They will be happy. They will be safe. They will be healthier for having that interaction. We're only doing this short term. I do not recommend raising just one single chicken. They are flock creatures. They need each other. So this works short term. Long term, you're going to need to grab a few more chickens. So that will forever and for always be my recommendation when people find themselves with a single chick. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Drop a comment below if you've had to raise a singleton chick and what your experience was. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you tomorrow.